Okay, welcome back to the Psychology of Golf. Dr. Mark P. Otten back with you from Cal State Northridge and back to Woodland Hills Country Club for round 2. I'm such a lucky guy, they invited me back. In my previous video on Woodland Hills Country Club, I didn't play very well. And toward the end of the video in particular, I was like, well, I think I might be able to do better next time because I made a lot of rookie mistakes. I had never played the course before, so I kept a tally. I was like, there's at least 8 shots here that I gave up due to not having played the course before, or just I mean on the 16th hole, I hit the ball out of bounds, not knowing. I was like aiming for out of bounds, and I didn't know it was there. So I was like, hey guys, I think I can do better next time. And sure enough, the guys watched my video. Thank you especially to Greg at Woodland Hills Country Club for sponsoring a return visit for me and all the generosity that they provided me there to come back, and the appreciation for the idea to talk about sports psychology at a golf course and talk about how interesting it might be to play a course a second time versus the first time, and how much of an advantage that might be. So we're going to talk a little bit today in the video first about familiarity. In golf, the opponent is the golf course, typically, and not another human being. But in other sports, it's a human being, most other sports. And so I'm putting these statistics up here to talk about like opponent familiarity. I mean, look at Rafael Nadal in tennis. He's played Novak Djokovic 59 times in his career, and there's probably going to be another one here shortly. And they're like almost exactly even. 29 wins for Rafa, 30 wins for Novak. Against Federer, he played him 40 times and won 24. Serena Williams played her sister in pro events 31 times and won 19 of them. So talk about familiarity with an opponent. So what's happening here, psychologically, these opponents, these athletes are trying to adjust to each other. They're trying to think, okay, well, in this next match, I know Venus is going to do this, so I'm going to do that. And they're trying to outsmart each other in that way, and it's like a two-way thing. And in other sports, in basketball, for example, teams are trying to adjust to each other. But it's all adjusting to other human beings. Okay, so in golf, we have an advantage in this area because the golf course is not going to change, essentially. I mean, they might change a little bit. They might move the pin placement around, whatever. But the bunkers are still going to be in the same place. The water hazards, the trees, they're all going to be in the same place the second time around. And so we can game plan for that if we want as golfers. We can just know a little bit with more certainty where to hit the ball to be safe, to avoid those hazards the second time around. Your memory is also useful here because, oh man, I remember when I did this. I don't want to hit it there. I'm going to hit it to the other side. And so for me, I was getting an opportunity to play the course the second time about a month later. And so all of this was very fresh in my mind. All of these shots that I hit out of bounds or whatever were very fresh in my mind. So it was not only an opportunity to play a course again, but an opportunity to play it right away again when I knew some of the things that I'd done before, and those things were present in my mind. So psychologically, what does this mean? This means that we should be more confident. We should be more feeling like we're in control because we know what's out there. We can control our own shots such that we're playing to locations that we're confident are going to work. Even if we miss, we're still playing it left because we know we shouldn't hit it right. Things like that. And the confidence, the control, those are the keys to successful performance under pressure. So I was trying to put all that forth for my round 2 here at WHCC. And I was also trying not to get too nervous because, there's now, if I play bad the second time, it's all on me. It's my fault for sure. Okay, so anyway, here's the scorecard. I didn't change any of these fun or fear ratings from the first round. So these are all still based on first impression, and I'll comment a little bit on the holes on second impression as we go along the course. I'm also going to show you my scorecard from the front 9 and also later from the back 9 to be able to compare. This is like round 1 versus round 2. And so right away you can see that in round 1 I parred the first 2 holes and then triple bogeyed the third, in part because it was my first time playing that third hole. So I'll show you the first couple holes here, and we'll pause in between some of them to look at the scorecard. This is a birdie putt that I had on the first hole, and I rolled it up there pretty close. So I'm on my way to parring the first hole again. That's an achievement in itself. I was trying to, again, be super grateful for this opportunity like I was the first time I was here, just because of that generosity I mentioned from the guys running the club. Hitting 7-iron here on the par 3 second, and I hit it to the very back of the green. So I mean, I started well last time on the first 2 holes. Started well again. This is a downhill putt. Left it a bit short. But the third hole is really where the changes started to happen for me. It's a nice par save. Okay, so same start as before. I mean, let's take a look. Pars on the first 2 holes, both times. Okay, so I was in good position both times. Of course, round 1, I proceeded to ruin it with a triple bogey followed by a bogey on the 2 par 5s that were coming up. I should mention, okay, so on that third hole in round 1, I stepped up to the black tee, which is like, in the back, and there were guys to my left that were playing, I think it was the 5th hole. And I got distracted because I was like, what, am I in the wrong place? What's going on? And so I drilled the ball directly into the tree on the right side and blamed that on a rookie mistake because I was rushing. I didn't know the guys would be to my left in that scenario in round 1. So that partially at least led to the triple bogey. Yeah, so that was the first time where course knowledge in an unconventional way, I think, managed to mess me up. This time I hit the ball into the fairway. I was like, woohoo, but then I got blocked off by the trees on the left. We don't have footage of every shot, by the way, on this particular round, since this is a follow-up to the first video. So anyway, on the third hole, I hit my third shot, and it landed like it was in the weeds back there, and I had to drop a new ball. I couldn't find it. And that was not really due to a lack of course knowledge. I was just thinking it might curve back down the hill, and I didn't want to go left. So, I had a lost ball in this hole. Was it because of my lack of course knowledge? Not really. It was just a narrow target. A lot of narrow targets here at WHCC. Missed the putt coming back, so double bogey on hole number 3, sadly. And then hole number 4, I ended up in the bunker. And then here's a putt for bogey. And I almost made it, but that's another double. So I came crashing back down to earth with 2 double bogeys here. And I'm still even with last time. So I started to feel like, okay, I played hole number 3 better. I started to see a little difference there, but it hasn't really shown up yet. But then on the 5th hole, I hit a good drive with a little more confidence than I would have hit that drive with during round 1 because I knew what was on the other side of the blind shot. There's a blind tee shot on number 5, and I had it calculated out a little bit better. I also just hit a really nice drive with accuracy and a nice approach shot into the green. And I've got a birdie putt here, a curvy left to right birdie putt. And it's in. Exciting. Hole number 5. Light the beam. It's a birdie. Yeah. This is where I started to separate myself a little bit from round 1. Spoiler alert, I start to do a little better. Okay, so Let's look at hole number 6. Hole number 6 is fun rating 1, par 3, 201 yards. There's a hill on the right. This is the one where you're back in the neighborhood. And it's so cool because you're just feeling real isolated. And you feel also like there's some options here. Should I bounce it off the hill on the right side? Should I try to just go for the green straight up? You don't want to go left. This hole captured my imagination, and I hit a poor shot round 1 with a 2-iron. So this time I made an adjustment. There's that opportunity. Made an adjustment. I hit a 5 wood instead, and I did indeed bounce it off the hill on the right side. I was like, this is so cool. What a nice hole. What a nice shot. Even though I was slightly off the green, I was so excited because I hit it the way I wanted to. So now I was like, I just made birdie. I hit a great tee shot here, and I hit a decent birdie putt. Well, not all shots today will be good. Oh, it's a 3-putt bogey, but the first putt was from off the green. Oh well. Okay, so now I'm 2 under my score from last time because I had double bogeyed that particular hole the previous time. And hole number 7 is a short par 3, so it's 2 consecutive par 3s here. This one's a lot shorter, and last time in round 1 I hit a pitching wedge on this hole because it was downhill, and I hit a good pitching wedge, but it fell short of the green. So I was like, again, like now I have knowledge. So I'm going to hit a 9-iron, and I'm going to do it confidently because I know that my 9-iron is about the right distance to the hole. So I'm starting to feel a little more confident here, even though I just missed a putt. Fear rating 18 as well for this hole. And I hit a good solid 9-iron here. Yeah. Actually, it was right to the back fringe. And I've got another birdie putt. I've got another birdie putt. And it's in. Another two birdies in 3 holes for Dr. Otten. Light the beam again. Oh, man. Okay, so now, all of a sudden, I turned a bogey into a birdie there. And now I'm 4 under my previous score through 7 holes. Oh, man. So now, I mean, is that all familiarity, course knowledge? Yeah, partially. Not all. Partially. Yeah. I'm +3. At this point, I was +7 last time. And this is a short chip for birdie on hole 8. Hole 8, fun rating 5. This is a fun hole, too, because you're back into the main section of the course here. Back across the street, but there's a dogleg right, trees on the left. Just a very nice looking tee shot here, and I saved par. So now I'm doing real well. Hole 9, you've got the WHCC back there, fun rating 4. This is the very scenic downhill hole. Finish the front 9, and a par putt. Pushed it left. Okay. Well, I will miss a few putts on this day. But these greens are tricky. Okay, so let's look at the scorecard through 9 holes. At one point I was 5 shots better. Now I'm finishing the front 9 4 shots better than last time with a 39 instead of a 43. Good stuff for me. On to the back 9. So now with the back 9, we have a situation where I'm playing well and the golf course is becoming more difficult, at least in my perception. So it's like a clash. What's going to happen here? Here you see the ratings. Most of my most scary holes are on the back 9, including hole number 15, which is my scariest hole, hole number 16, which is the 3rd scariest. Again, at least this was all based on my first round at WHCC. But we also have a couple of opportunities for fun here. And I was trying to draw on the opportunity now, not only to have the opportunity to play this golf course, but to play it while I'm hitting the ball pretty well. So let's Let's see what happened. Well, first of all, we don't have any footage of hole 10. But last time in hole 10, I hit another ill-advised approach shot because I did not know that there was like a ditch between the fairway and the green. And I hit it into that ditch. It took me a couple shots to get out. This time I knew it was there, and I managed to clear it with my approach shot and make par. So I got a double bogey turned into par. Now I'm 6 shots better than last time. Oh man, I'm like already almost to the 8 shots that I thought I could potentially do better the second time, according to my prediction. All right, so hole 11 is next. Hole 11 is one that I made par on last time. This time I've got a situation, and I'm going to show you this shot twice. This is my third shot, so for birdie. I hit the ball and it bounced and it went through the bunker and came out the other side. Let's check this out. It bounces on the dirt and then it bounces up and into the bunker and out of the bunker. I was like, oh my gosh, not only am I having a good day, now I'm having a lucky day as well. That was just pure luck, nothing to do with course knowledge. Wow. So now I've got a par putt that I didn't think I was going to have any chance to have this par putt opportunity. Didn't make it, but this is going to end up being a... Is it better to be lucky than good, or good rather than lucky? I don't know. Anyway, that was pretty lucky. All right, hole number 12. This was one where I hit it so far left last time that I blocked myself off of hitting a second shot and ended up having a disaster last time. This time, I hit a 5-wood and I landed right next to the green, and I was so excited. So this one was back to like something that it was way better than round 1 for me. Was it based on course knowledge? I just hit a better shot this time. So I'm going to be honest, this one was more about just hitting a good shot than it was about course knowledge. But look at that improvement. I mean, bogeyed 11, but then par 12, and a par instead of a triple bogey gets me to -8 compared to round 1. So much better. I'm already to my prediction. If I just match from here on out how I did last time, then I'll be true to my prediction of doing so much better. However, I will also know, like on hole 12, that 3-shot improvement, that was just better golf. Like it didn't have to do with the hole. So let's see what happens next. This is a hole that I bogeyed last time. Hole number 13. Got a pretty decently long par putt here. Missed it, so that's another bogey. And then hole 14, this is a tough hole, handicap 1. I've got a long par putt, and I made it. With the nice view behind me, that was a fantastic putt. And that was a hole that I had double bogeyed last time. Again, that one, the previous time, I don't think I really double bogeyed it because I made some sort of rookie mistake. I think I just double bogeyed it because I missed the green. And I think it was a 3-putt last time. I'd have to look back at it. Anyway, hole 12 and hole 14 for me were dramatically better this time. And I think it was just because I was playing better in general. So there's some familiarity here that was helpful. And there's some just like me having a better day that was helpful. But still got 4 holes left. I'm now like on track to break 80, which is like fantastic for me, especially here at Woodland Hills Country Club. So I'm trying not to think too far ahead. This is a point where I could psych myself out a little bit. And I'm going into hole number 15, which is fear rating 1, and I made par last time by hitting the green. Fear rating 1 because you've got this gigantic drop-off in front of the green. And sure enough, I took part of the ground with me, and I fell short, and I ended up way short of the green.
On the green?
And then I chipped up, missed a long par putt. And then missed a short bogey putt. Oh, man. Okay, so double bogey on this hole. I mean, I give the hole credit, and I give myself credit in round one, because round one I actually parred that hole. So I'm back to 8 shots better than last time instead of 10 shots better. Hole number 16 is the one, excuse me. Hole number 16 is the one where last time I hit the ball out of bounds without knowing that I was hitting the ball and aiming out of bounds. So I knew hole 16 I was going to have a much better chance to do well compared to the double bogey that I made last time. And sure enough, I made it onto the green in regulation here and have a birdie putt. So this is going to be a par, and this is definitely due to course knowledge, familiarity this time around. So yeah, that's my attribution there. A nice par on 16, getting me back to 10 shots better than last time, going into 17 and 18. 17 and 18 last time, I played pretty well. I made bogey and then par. So I've actually got something to live up to here on these 2 holes. And sure enough, hole 17 ended up behind a tree with my tee shot. This is me trying to calm down to see if I can make this bogey putt. Not an easy bogey putt. Approach shot fell short. So I'm scrambling to try to match last time. And actually, well, we don't have video of that putt. I missed it. It was a double bogey. Back to 9 shots better than last time. Going into hole number 18. And hole number 18, I hit a poor shot from the fairway. Actually, it went over the fence into the backyard of one of the homes. So I kind of stumbled to the finish here, to be honest. I played so well, and in the last 4 holes did not go my way. So that was a chip for par. Now I've got another challenging putt to come back for bogey. So I think I did not handle the excitement of possibly breaking 80 at Woodland Hills Country Club. I did not handle that the best. And so in the end, I kind of ended up playing about the same level of golf as I did the first time through. But I had that course knowledge. Yeah, see, here's a missed putt, finishing with 2 double bogeys. So let's take a look at the results. This is the final scorecard. 89 the first time, 82 the second time. At one point, or a couple points, I was 10 shots better. And then I ended up 7 shots better than last time, right around where I predicted I would be if I played about the same level of golf. So I played better, actually, through 14, maybe 16 holes, and then I stumbled at the end. Kind of came back to earth a little bit. But overall, yes, familiarity, I think, is important here. That's the conclusion, but it's not everything. And certainly if I was going to try to shoot closer to par, which is 70 on this course, I would probably want to putt better, probably want to hit more greens in regulation, all that good stuff. But anyway, thanks again so much to Rick and to Greg at Woodland Hills Country Club. I do hope to come back again at some point, since it seems like we've got a partnership now. But meanwhile, hope you enjoyed that episode of Psychology of Golf. And I hope to bring you some other round 2 episodes coming up. Courses I played before. See how I do the second time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. Like, subscribe, comment as you wish.